Hi, hello everyone, and thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much once again for setting aside this time to learn. We are all here to listen and to learn and to become, better individuals. So my name is Mbuyiselo Vilagazi. I'm the founding director and CEO at Enable South Africa. So Enable South Africa is the registered nonprofit company which was formally initiated in 2019. The aim is to empower young visionaries from becoming followers to becoming leaders, from dreaming to executing. And also mostly we help them by assisting them with uncovering tools that will help them maximize their potential. So it is our plan in 2021 to reach out to more young people, to empower more young people. And that is why we've started these master classes. And this one is the first one, which is focused on goals and also purpose. And the aim of this master class is to help you elevate your life and to mostly maximize your potential. So just to start off our today's masterclass, almost every year, every individual plans and write down their goals but most of the time we find ourselves going up, it becomes the same circle. You plan and sometimes you fail to execute, and then next year it's the same thing like that. So that is why we've organized, this masterclass for all of you guys. So the aim is to help you set goals, understand the value of goal setting, and also help you identify your purpose and also aligning your goals to your purpose. So that's the whole aim of this masterclass. So let me introduce our guest today, ladies and gentlemen. Our guest was born in Memphis, Tennessee, in the state of Tennessee. Memphis is known as the home of blues and rock and roll. And ladies and gentlemen, she began serving as a youth leader 25 years ago. 25 years ago, guys. And she still looks very young. And after receiving her BS in criminal justice, from which in South Africa we know it as the Bachelor of Art, at UT Chattanooga in 2003, she returned in Memphis and continued to teach the youth through Sunday school and VPS. Ladies and gentlemen, she has earned a Master's of Christian Studies and also Master of Arts in Education from the Union University. She has also lectured. She has also lectured at the same institution, and she's also a host of a podcast for entrepreneurs called Coffee, Coaching and Conversation. She's an independent executive director with the John Maxwell team. Through the program, she is a certified leadership coach, teacher, speaker, and a certified DISC behavioral analysis consultant. And she's also a youth facilitator and a certified parent and family coach. Ladies and gentlemen, help me to welcome today on the Enable Masterclass, first Enable Masterclass of 2021, a sister of mine, a friend of mine, Kimberlee Deneice. Welcome to the Masterclass, my sister.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for having me. Listening to those introductions is always a bit, you like look around like, are they talking about me? Is
Yeah,
that
yeah,
me?
yeah.
So thank you so much for this opportunity to share.
Yeah, thank you so much for availing yourself. And we understand the time zones. That side, it's the morning, and this side, it's the afternoon. We're approaching the evening. People are coming from work. We also thank everyone who has joined us, our attendees for today's webinar. We want to say thank you so much for availing yourself. And let me give you, so this is how it's going to happen. So you will have 20 minutes to present on goals and purpose, and then we'll also give other 20 minutes for questions and answers. People may pose some questions to you. So let me just give everything to you. The stage is yours. The virtual stage is
All
yours.
right. Wonderful. Let's see if I can get my um, screen shared. It is telling me that that is disabled.
Okay, I think, okay, let me try. Okay. Please try again, and I hope you'll be able to.
Wonderful. Okay, looks like. All right. All right, perfect. All right, you should be able to see my screen.
Yes, yes, yes.
All right, wonderful. Um, hello everyone. Greetings. Sanbonai. It's wonderful to be with you all today, and just want to share with you briefly about goals and purpose in this masterclass. One important thing for me to note that's going to be really important about you all is that um, I'm a little biased when it comes to this topic, not only being an empowerment coach, but also being a person who feels like it's important to live our lives, not just on purpose, but with intention, right? So I am a person that is super big on schedules, on organization, not because I think everything is in my hands and that I am in control. I do believe in God, but I believe that I should be a wise steward of that which has been given to me. And so, being a wise steward, walking in my purpose, I think it's important that you have goals to get you there. And one important thing to note about goals, you should also include your plans for growth as well. There's a little blurb from a book by John Maxwell. He is a well known leadership expert in the United States. And it says, well, the title of the book is The 15 Invaluable Laws of Growth. And this is in the introduction of the book. It says, to discover your purpose, you need to grow in self awareness. To become a better human being, you need to grow in character. To advance in your career, you need to grow in your skills. To be a better spouse or parent, you need to grow in relationships. To reach your financial goals, you need to grow in your knowledge about how money works. To enrich your soul, you need to grow spiritually. The specifics of growth change from person to person, but the principles are the same for every person. So it's simply this, and I'm going to come back to this sentence at the end. You will have to put in the work to actually grow. All right. You'll have to put in the work to actually grow. Well, you may be asking, how do I put in the work to actually grow? Well, I'm glad you asked that question. So let's talk about the importance of setting goals. All right. So a goal is defined as the result or achievement towards which effort is directed. So the decision to set goals is very important. It's a very important decision, and it's going to impact our lives in more ways than we can imagine. So according to the Code of Living, setting goals affects our lives in the 5 following ways. Number 1, setting goals provides a sharp sense of focus. Number 2, it allows you to measure your progress. Number 3, it blocks distractions and provides productive boundaries. Number 4, it combats procrastination. And number 5, they motivate you. They motivate you. So I know you're probably wondering how this works. Stay with me and we are going to cover it. How does setting goals provide a sharp sense of focus? When you set a goal for yourself, you inherently have an end game in mind, which shifts your behavior and your thoughts. With this, you begin to take certain steps to get what you want. And in doing so, you gradually pick up momentum. So, did you know that momentum is quite literally addictive? So, think about that person that sets a health goal for the beginning of the year. Maybe they want to lose weight and work out. Have you seen people that start maybe going to the gym or start running? And after a while, it becomes addictive to them and they keep doing it and keep doing it. The same is with the momentum. When we start setting goals, we have a sharp sense of focus and it becomes addictive for us to have that sharp sense of focus. So as you progress and get closer to accomplishing your goal, your brain releases dopamine. a substance which controls reward and pleasure centers in the brain, and it motivates you to take further steps to achieve a reward. So in this case, our goal, right? Doesn't it feel good when we've accomplished something that we've set out to accomplish? It's a really good feeling. So let's talk about how setting goals allows you to measure your progress. When you set a goal, you're going to have to develop a plan and then abide by that plan in order to get what you want. As you work your plan, you will notice gradual progress along the way. So, measuring your gradual progress allows you to see how far you've come. This can be incredibly motivating and encouraging enough to keep you on track. So, as you set goals and progress, you learn various methods of taking proper steps to get what you want. And likewise, measuring your progress also permits you to make any necessary alterations if you feel yourself getting off course. The ability to measure your progress is a skill that will serve you well in all aspects of your life. All right. So let's talk about how setting goals blocks distractions and provides boundaries. All right. The ability to block distractions not only helps you achieve your goals sooner, but also helps you to develop self-discipline, which is a critical life skill, right? So when we have an end game in mind and we are determined to get finished and get to the finish line, it becomes increasingly easier to avoid things that steer you off course. So there may be some of you listening to this, whether you're alive or on the recording, who maybe struggle with blocking distractions on your quest to goal achievement. So here are a few helpful tips for you. Focus on 2 to 3 very important tasks that will propel you in the direction of your goal. Don't try to take on too much at once. That can overwhelm you, right? And we don't want to get overwhelmed because that overwhelm can lead to us being stagnant. It can lead to procrastination, all sorts of other things, right? So we want to focus on completing work in segments, all right? So instead of attempting to tackle one huge project at a time, break it down into bits. Distraction often comes when you're not 100% focused on the task at hand. And providing boundaries is the next thing I want to go into. The ability to place boundaries in our life. This is a paramount life skill as well. All right. So setting goals for ourselves, it will help with this. Goals provide boundaries by incentivizing you to know when to say no. Sometimes people get so overwhelmed and carried away with trying to do everything at once that they end up burning out. And burnout is the ultimate enemy of goal attainment. Some people have a fear of boundaries and feel as though boundaries will prevent them from accomplishing their goals. But in reality, boundaries do the exact opposite, right? They help us. So let's talk about combating procrastination. Procrastination is a plight that many people struggle with. I'm not exempt from that. I struggle with procrastination as well, and in all aspects of life, right? Not just with work, but thankfully, setting goals effectively combats this common ailment. Setting goals and striving towards achieving them, it will innately increase your willpower. Your willpower will begin to get stronger, and mighty willpower combined with a desired end game in mind, it makes staying on course and not wasting time so much more easier. So the best remedies for procrastination are motivation combined with willpower. All right. Motivation combined with willpower. Speaking of motivation, setting goals is innately exciting and motivational as it gives you something to strive towards and achieve. The drive, energy, and passion that comes with setting and achieving goals is what gives you the strength to avoid distractions and obstacles. It also can help you overcome difficulties and stay the course. All right. So being motivated also means taking action and never giving up. So all in all, setting goals is inherently motivational because it compels you to get to the finish line. Don't we all want to get to the finish line? So you are responsible for setting your goals. When setting a goal feels challenging, you have one of two options. Option one, you can put in the work to set and achieve your goals. Option two, don't put in the work to set and achieve your goals. Each option comes with consequences. And sadly, many people go for option two because it's uncomfortable. But the fact that you are here right now and you can hear my voice, it makes me think that you want to go for option one as much as I want you to. So, as we go further, I will share creative and strategic tips for you to successfully set and attain your goals. So, let's get into why people often fall short when working to achieve their goals. So, according to Life Hack, the most common reasons people often fall short when working to achieve their goals are: number one, their goals are not specific enough. They are not specific enough. According to experts, you should be setting SMART goals, which are specific, measurable, achievable, reliable, and time framed. For instance, I want to make a lot of money is not a good goal. I want to earn $50,000 by the end of the year would be a much better, more specific goal. Number two, people often procrastinate. When you set a goal for yourself, it is important to start working towards it immediately. Some people get sidetracked or put the work off. This is the best recipe for failure. All right. Number three, we're talking about reasons why people often fall short when working to achieve their goals. Number three, they let the critics and the naysayers get to them. There will always be naysayers and those who doubt your ability to successfully execute your plans, but you must rise above the criticism and stick with what you believe. This is often easier said than done, but in the end, it comes down to choice. And here's that word again: willpower. All right. Number four. Number four. These are reasons why people often fall short when working to achieve their goals. They keep poor company. They keep poor company. Did you know you're the average of the 5 people you associate with most often? When you're striving toward the achievement of a goal, you need to surround yourself with like-minded people who will encourage you. While poor company will hold you back, surrounding yourself with the right people will maximize your success. To succeed in your mission, you must have single-minded devotion to your goal. Single-minded devotion to your goal. So what are some creative ways? Some creative ways to accomplish your goals? Well, number one, the most creative and powerful way to accomplish your goals is visualizing the outcome you desire. Believe it or not, your actions greatly depend on your thoughts. Everything that has ever come into being was once a mere thought. Always visualize the outcomes you want to achieve. Number two, speak with conviction when you're talking about your goal. Instead of saying, I wish, I want, I hope, say, I will, or I am. There is so much power in the words and in repetition. So tell yourself that you will attain your goal. Come hell or high water, you can do anything. You are strong. You are capable. Never stop affirming yourself and never stop working towards what you want. Keep working at it. Number three, Break down bigger goals into sub goals. One of the biggest enemies of achievement is the feeling of being overwhelmed. If you want to achieve a lofty goal, try breaking it down into parts and tackling them gradually as you go along. Not only does this keep you from getting burned out, but setting sub goals allows you to track your progress as you go along, which is highly motivational. All right. So it's time for the absolute most important step. All right. Many people set goals with the right intention. They are super motivated on goal setting day. They are invigorated by the possibility of what will happen. They are eager to start the process, but they are absolutely petrified of falling short, whether this is conscious or a conscious or subconscious thought. So, the most important step in the entire process of goal setting is to begin. You got to start. Yes, literally. Just starting the process will increase your chances for success. There's a saying that I've started using because I tend to be a perfectionist, but my personality style is described as precisionist. I like for things to be in order and just the right way. My 7-year-old son will often say when I'm trying to groom his hair or do some, Mom, everything does not have to be perfect. But let me tell you something. Sometimes we have this fear of how things are going to go, and what if we do it wrong, and all of these things. But listen to me. Done beats perfect. All right. I'm saying this to myself right now too. I'm being convicted. Done beats perfect, and you can't perfect what you don't do. So if you want something to be better and improve, guess what? If you never start, there's no way for you to improve it. So done beats perfect, and you can't perfect what you don't do. All right. I hope y'all are still with me. I hope y'all are getting this, because that's really, really important. All right. So let's move on to the next. Let's talk about motivational mantras. All right. So no matter what your goals are for this new year, because we're in January, we're still at the beginning of a new year. So no matter what your goals are, the most important thing is that you have a clear and realistic view of what you want to achieve. Nothing will happen overnight. As they say, there's a saying, that we use a lot in America. Rome wasn't built in a day, right? I don't know if you've heard this saying, Rome wasn't built in a day. Nothing will happen overnight. So for that reason, it's important that you have motivation and the ability to self-motivate for those times when achieving your goal seems too much. This is why I thought we'd introduce the idea of mantras in this class. A mantra does not have to be part of religious or spiritual practice, though many religions do use them during prayer. However, a mantra in its most basic form is simply a word or phrase that is repeated to aid with concentration or recentering focus. All right. So you have different religions like Buddhism and Hinduism. They use them in prayer. Many top athletes use them in training. Successful entrepreneurs have used them to inspire, to start their day. And there's no reason why you can't too. So here's your to-do. To help yourself with your motivation, I want you to choose a mantra. It can be from anywhere. Write it down, place it somewhere visible. All right, place it somewhere visible, and then share it with someone who can hold you accountable. So one of my mantras is actually taken from scripture in the Bible. It's from Philippians 4:13, but it says, I can do all things through Christ, which strengthens me. So whenever I feel weak or I feel inadequate or whatever these feelings of doubt or fear or failure come to me, I say that mantra to myself to not only give me hope, but assurance in what I can accomplish. All right. hope, and assurance in what I can accomplish. All right. So we got to take responsibility as well. So I understand that many people feel like making big life changes that last is a very difficult thing that warrants a lot of support. This year, I am encouraging you to take responsibility for your own path. It can be a tough truth to release, but as soon as we come to terms with our own sense of autonomy and realize that only we have the power to change our own life, it can open up so many doors. So if you are willing to do the work now, which I know you are because you showed up to be a part of this class, you can enjoy the process and enjoy the outcome of taking personal responsibility for your goals, whatever they may be. All right, whatever they may be. And it's worth it. It's so worth it. When you hear me say take personal responsibility, how does that make you feel and why? I want you to, if you're taking notes, jot that down, how that makes you feel and why. All right, you got to take personal responsibility. There's a well-known poem by Marianne Williamson, and it says, "Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. Your playing small does not serve the world. There is nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you." Then she goes on to say, who am I to be successful? Who am I to get what I want? Who am I to achieve my goals? Who am I to be proud? But really the question is, who are you not to be? Who are you not to be? So think about these statements. I know I've said all of these at some point in my life, at one point or another. And I can tell you that nothing changed until I realized one thing. Nobody is going to do it for me. You have every right to be proud of yourself, every right to strive for the happiest, most fulfilled version of you, no matter what the circumstances. And nobody knows what that is for you except for you. So if you ever played small for anyone or anything, belittled achievements, or pretended you were less than thrilled than you were for getting there, it's time to challenge that. My goal is not to help you achieve the goals you set for yourself. It's not just that, but allow yourself to enjoy the feeling of getting there when you do. Celebrate every obstacle that you overcome and every negative emotion with the reward it deserves. And trust me, it is worth it when you overcome those things. All right. So the rest of this is going to go a little quick. I'm looking at the time and I see that we're kind of getting to a point where I need to wrap up. So tell someone today, one of the best strategies that I found that works when trying to have self-discipline is to have a buddy, someone to hold you accountable, someone that you talk to about your progress, someone who's not going to judge you, hinder you, or influence your progress, but they simply serve as a way for you to ascertain your goals by saying it out loud. Saying it out loud to someone, you turn a wish into a reality and into something that exists outside of your head. And so this is also a reason why we should write things down. All right. There's no such thing as quick fixes. The key element of those who achieve better and more sustainable results is stamina. Some people call it grit, like Angela Duckworth in the article that she has. Others simply call it willpower and determination. There's that word again, willpower. So what, why, when? In order to clarify the goal that you have, you can narrow it down by trying this exercise. Use as few words as you can to explain what, why, and when. What is your goal? Why you want to achieve it? When you aim to do so. All right? When you want to do so. So just think about that. The what, the why, the when. What is the goal? Why do you want to achieve it? When do you want to achieve it by? All right. Use resources. Use resources. As you're taking this class today, you've obviously started using the resources available to you, the internet, online expertise, like-minded people to connect with. But so many people simply don't use the things they have access to already to help them. So what other resources are available to you that you might be underusing? Do you live close to a gym or a fitness center that you can join if you got health goals? Is a friend or family member an expert in a field that you might be seeking to join if you're looking to make a career change? Um, why not ask that person for advice if that's one of your goals? So looking for a partner to join forces with or a place to start, that's where you want to be. All right, a place to start. You also want to keep it fresh. Keep it fresh. You want to have a strategy. You want to have a strategy. Okay, no matter what the goal is, as soon as you start implementing your steps to achieve it, you run the risk of becoming bored as the new routine becomes your norm. So you want to make sure to keep it fresh. Do whatever you need to do to keep it fresh. Planning is important. All right, planning is important. You want to follow on and make sure that you are planning, setting deadlines, and all of that good stuff. And there is some science behind that. Some science behind that. There's an article that debunks the 21-day myth. The 21-day myth about habit formation. There's a lady, of course, now I can't think of her name, Dr. Caroline Leaf. If you want to look her up, she actually says that it takes three cycles of three 21-day cycles for a habit to form according to the way our brain actually works. So it's not simply 21 days, it's three cycles of 21 days, therefore being actually 63 days for it really to become a habit for our mind. All right. And so we want to be honest with ourselves. All right. We want to be honest with ourselves. And the most likely person that's going to stop you from achieving your goals this year, guess who it is? If you have a mirror handy or some reflective glass, look at that. You see your reflection, it's you. That is the person that is most likely going to stop you from achieving your goals. So make sure you write things down. What if you struggle? That's okay. Make sure to listen to some motivational music. Make sure your environment is such that you can achieve all that you need to achieve. Make sure that you have personal motivations to get where you need to go, even if it's your diet and your fitness that you need to change to achieve it. All right. So your one step, you want to make sure that you are setting your goals and writing them down. All right. Setting your goals and writing them down. So I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing.
Thank you so much, Kimberlee. It looks like we have 1 minute since we started very late to record this masterclass. I hope you were done with your presentation.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Guys, I've just posted my, in the chat section, my email address. You can direct your questions to my email, and then I will ask Kimberlee afterwards if she could be able to answer, and then we will send you the response via an email. But thank you so much, Kimberlee, for joining us, and everyone who has joined us. It seems like time is not on our side, but I've actually learned a lot from today's masterclass, and I think we're all gonna start our year on a very high note. Any last words you have for us in 20 seconds, if it's possible?
Yes. If you'd like more, feel free to follow me on Instagram at Kimberlee Deneice. Feel free to connect with me. I am open and available to help you achieve your goals.
Thank you so much, guys, for joining us, and thank you so much, Kimberlee, for your time and for the preparation, because it's very clear that you prepared yourself. There's a lot that I learned, and I think each and every day we need to challenge ourselves as people, to learn new things and to learn outside our space, outside the environments that we know. So thank you so much. We are so grateful. And I see a message from Detilis says, thank you, Kim. Thank you very much. Thank you indeed. And